So let's move now to our index page. So here, so we have already added title and the link to add a new employee. So let's remove this link from here and add another div and give it a class the flex or justify content to between and align items to center. And inside let's add another h3 and give it a class margin top and bottom of 3, and here we have employees and we need to display how many employees we have. So employees count, and we need now to add link that we had before. So save, let's refresh the page. So we have 2 employees and we have the button here, but the button is not so here we have center. So let's add center, refresh the page, and now we are done. Okay, so we can move to the form and go back to the index page. So let's display the other or the employees. So let's add HR, and we need a div with a row and the margin top and bottom of 2. We need another div with call md12, and we need another div with a card and another div with a card body, and we need a table. So let's add first a div with a class table responsive, and inside we need our table. So you can use the bootstrap 5 extension, and we need a table. So here we have the responsive. So we have 2 divs. So okay, so the one that I have added and this one that extension has created. Okay, let's remove this extra closing div from here and check what we have here. So let's see what we have. So let's do something. Let's organize this code. So now we are done. So save, let's refresh the page, and here is our table. So we need to add the data table to our table. So we have already done this here. So where is it? So here we are using class data table. So we add the data table to the table that has this class, and I just noticed here. So here employee management system without S, and let's add so here we have table responsive. So let's remove this table primary and use the data table, and let's add also table bordered and table stripped and table hoover. Save, let's refresh the page, and now as you can see we have the data table. So no need, as I told you, to use the pagination, because the data table will display the pagination links here, as you can see. So let's add fields that we need. So what we need here to display, so we have here like an ID. So we will not display the ID, but we will display a key, and we have name. So we will combine the first name and last name. We have here the email. So what else? Let's display the other fields. So we have email, we have the phone, we have address. What else? We have date of birth. We have the higher date, and what else? We have salary. We have the image, and what else we have? So we have the department. We have also, so what else we have? The position and status, and finally the actions. Save. Let's add other fields. Here it's th. So let's copy and remove this and paste here. So here we don't need a class. So let's save, or let's change it from th to td. So all of this th. So let's change it to td and save. So refresh. So as you can see, you have name, email, phone, address, dates of birth, hire date, salary, image, department's position, status, and action. Okay, so let's do something. So let's loop through each employee and display the employees. So here we have employee as employee, and here let's use also the k, and we can use the k here. So the k we can increment it by 1. Save. Let's refresh. So we will have 2 rows, which means that we have 2 employees. So let's display the other fields. So we have here the name, so we can use the employee first name, so first, and we can also use the last. So here last, where is it? So it changes from first to last. So we have the first name and the last name. What else we have here? So let's add here the email. So here we have phone. Here we have address. Here we have date of birth. Here we have the higher date, higher date, and what else we need? We need salary, and here we need an image, and image with the src. So the src will be, so we need the, so before we add employees, so we need to use the asset, and we need to access the images folder and concatenate it with employee image. So for the alt, let's give it let's use the, we can use the first name, and what else? So let's add here, so let's use also, let's give it width 50, and what else we need? We need height, let's make it also 50. So let's save and see what we have here before we move to the other fields. So as you can see, we have the name, the email, phone number, the address, the date of birth, hire date, salary, and the image, and here we need departments. So let's add a class to this image. So let's move down and add class, let's give it class image fluid and rounded. Save, let's take a look, refreshed page. So as you can see now, it's looking better, okay? So we need to display also the department. So here we can use the relationship to get the department, and we need the name of the department, and for the position we need position, but the position has the title, not the name. And for the status, we need to check. So let's use if. So if the status is active, so here let's use status. So we'll use, or we will add span with the page and bg success. And here let's add active. And what else we need here? We need another one for the inactive, but here we will use danger. And let's change it from active to inactive and save. So let's refresh and see what we have here. So we have all the fields, and here department, administration, position, and active. And now we need the links, so we can edit, show, and delete employees. So here, let's do something. Let's bring the link that we have here, so we can use the same thing. So copy, where is the, so here, paste. So let's change this one, so it will take us to the route which is show, and we need employee, so let's use employee ID. And for the class, let's make it better and let's make it secondary or dark, and but better and small, and here used I instead of plus. So let's refresh the page and see what we have here. So let's move. So now we have the I here. So we need the same thing for the edit. So let's change it here to edit, and let's change it to warning. And here we want the edits. And next, what we have another one for the delete, but the delete will be, so the delete will be different little bit. So let's do something. Let's use form instead. So we can use form, and form will be post, and it will take us to the routes, which is destroy. So let's copy from here and paste and change it from edit to destroy. And we need the ID, and the method is post, and we need to add something, so we'll add it now. But here we need to add also the token, and we need to override, so because this method is delete, so we need to override it from post to delete. So here we are making it post, but we need to override it and we make it delete instead. Also we need a button, so the button for submit, so button, and let's give it a class beta-n sm, and beta-n danger, and inside we have a class which is fast-fa, and we use trash. But we need, as I told you, to add something here. So the method is post, but we need, once we submit, let's give it also a class. So this form, let's give it a class d inline, which means display inline. in line. And as I told you, once we submit, so on submit, once we submit this form, so we need to display a message. So we will return confirm message. So we need to tell the user or the admin, are you sure you want to delete this employee? Okay, so if he is sure, so we will delete it. If not, so we will keep it. Okay, so save. Let's refresh the page. So for now we don't have the edit forms. Let's do something. Let's add margin top and bottom to this to the second link, which is the edit, so we can have space between first and second. So let's move. So now it's better. So we don't have an edit page now, and also show. So let's try to delete. So as you can see, are you sure you want to delete this employee? So let's hit cancel. Let's search for an employee to see if the data tables is working. So as you can see, they are working. So let's delete the first one. So let's hit OK. And as you can see, employee deleted successfully. Okay. So let's check if the remove or the delete image function that we have added is working or not. So we need to have only one image. So we have only one image for the existing employee, which means that's the function that we have created here. So let's move down. So this one is working. Okay. So now we are done with displaying all the employees. So let's move now. So let's start with edit, and later we will come back to show. Okay.